Good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome in to the stream. Today, we're going to be working with some new markers, but first we have to swatch all of these. So we're going to swatch all of these and then start to do some art with them. So yeah. That's what our first task is today, so let's get going. I want to put the chisel down, I think. That's what I'm going to try and aim to do. So I can already tell the spread on this is more than like a Hu'u is. So there's that. I think it'll lend itself to smoother blending that way though. So that's nice. Yeah, good morning. Hello, hello. Welcome in to the stream. Hey, Sai. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, we'll just get all of these swatched. There's 120 markers that we need to swatch. And once they are all swatched, we'll do some art with them. How are you doing this morning, Sai? Let's go. This coloration on the lid. So I'm already noticing a little bit of color discrepancy from one tip to the other, which is interesting. But that's why I do this when I swatch them. But like this one, the brush tips already disappeared completely. So I do not know what that's going to mean for the artwork made with this. I may end up using the chisel tip more, and then the brush tip for like blending. Got a lot of pink skin tone-ish colors, but I don't know how dark skin tone representative this will be, but we'll see. Yeah, like, that's such a different color, like, that's so bizarre to me. Usually there's not this much of a discrepancy between one and the other. But like this one even, just now, that I just did. Right there. Maybe it'll be different once we get to like darker colors. Here, I'm gonna move this closer to me. Down here, there we go. Move this up. Like this one, the tip already looks like it's been used. Huh. Oh, I'm sorry, Muse. Good to see you, though. We are just doing the tedious process of swatching all the colors. So, we'll be able to know what everything looks like before we start trying to use stuff. I learned that the pen that came with these are not waterproof. That's why these numbers are a little smeared, because some water got onto the paper. So that's not nice, but I don't think they ever claimed that that was going to be the case, and it was a free thing. Like, I didn't pay for that pen, so... Okay. Well, get sleep while you can. I know, we slept like shit last night. Mr. Husband was finally home for one of, like, the big thunder booms at the house. And so... we were both dead asleep, and it woke us up because it shook us so bad, so much so that he, like, sat up and made sure there wasn't some kind of natural or some kind of, like, attack or something, because he thought it sounded like a bomb. It was so loud. But I was trying not to wake him up, so I didn't, like, sit up or anything. But, yeah. Yeah, they're scary. We get them in this building pretty bad sometimes, just because, like, it's an old building, so it just woke us both up pretty bad, and then, like, we couldn't get back to sleep, so... And then because it's raining, I was supposed to get my car towed today so I could get it over to the mechanic, because we think my starter's busted. But we have a flash flood warning, so before the stream, I texted my tow guy and was like, hey, can we move it to tomorrow? I don't want you having to deal with it in, like, flash flood, like, weather. So, he messaged me back and was like, yeah, no problem, we'll see you tomorrow. And I was like, cool, see you then. So, I'm sure he's happy not having to come out in it. Yeah. Exactly. I just know that, like, ours isn't an emergency, so I don't want to inconvenience anybody. Like, we have another vehicle, it doesn't need immediate attention. If it did, we would have done it last week and whatnot. And not waited until this week. That means really juicy. Yeah, I was sad because I had finally found a tow guy I liked, and I tried to call him. His brother answered, and apparently he passed away in October, and I was like, what? And he was like, yep. And then when I called my place that I get my car worked on, they were like, yeah, like, we were ordering tows from him, like, the week before he passed away. So, we don't know really what happened. I was like, that's just so bizarre. But yeah, his brother is not doing towing. Good morning, Ren. Hello, hello. How are you doing today? You're currently doing the tedious process of swatching all of the markers from this 120 set, so we know what colors look like before we use them today. This is a new brand of marker called Artbeak that I saw that looked good and was relatively cheap for as many markers as you get, so that's why I wanted to try them. Yay! Good. It just took a while with all the holiday mail. That was the thing I was kind of worried about with the Patreon rewards last month, but I'm glad it's showing up for people. This month's rewards aren't going to go out until later in the month anyways, because they're probably not going to get here until like the 17th or so. Yeah, but they usually don't take that long to get to you. Honestly, it only takes about 2 weeks for it to get to you normally. Because you usually get it around midway through the month. But I really think holiday also affected it this past month. I might see if there are some people that want to, like, wait and have theirs, their February and January mailed together, but I may just say fuck it and just mail everybody's. Because I hate making people wait that long. Yeah, so when I got these markers, they came in just kind of like all willy-nilly, just put in the bag thing. And so one of the things I did when I got it was organize them by color. So I'm trying to make them... I tried to make them like look, at least be a cap-wise, closest to like a rainbow kind of gradient. Unlike Ahu'u markers, at least the old Ahu'u markers, these have names and numbers. The new Ahu'u markers do have names and numbers, but it took them a couple iterations before they started doing that. And this company is called Artbeak. If anybody is interested. This is not sponsored or anything, by the way. I put them on my throne and Thunder King bought them for me, so I wanted to do a stream where we try them out. Okay. Listed 70. Yeah, I think that's what you need to do, but also still, like, you can see here, like, this tip versus what the actual color is looks a little different. And so it's still important to swatch, especially if it's going to be on different medium than what, like, the chip is made out of that's on the marker. This is really freaking light. This one might as well be a colorless blender, basically. But, yeah, I think it's important to do this, at least on similar paper to what you're going to be working on, just to see what it looks like, because you don't want to think, oh, it's going to look like this, and then, like, it doesn't look anything like what you thought it was going to look like. Also this one, and I've noticed this, for most all of them, you'll see that I'm doing the chisel tip and the brush tip on different swatches, and the color looks a little different. So yeah. That's the thing I've noticed recently about that. And I don't think it's like because I'm going over it more. I just think there's more like ink in that side probably. Yeah, I think it's just saturation of the ink, honestly. Because some of them, it's not as noticeable. But I'm honestly not used to this with most of my pens. But I've had it happen, and that's one of the reasons why I do both. So, yeah. I think once we're done with this column, we'll be halfway done. I like swatching things, but 120 swatches is a bit much for me. Gets a little repetitive. Yeah, it's a little fainter. Yay, the fake JRPG stickers. I'm really proud of how that set turned out. Like, I think that was a fun one to work on. I'm actually really looking forward to starting on next month's Patreon rewards, because I'm going to be doing 2 stickers instead of a sticker sheet. And one of the stickers, because we're doing love and cooking as a theme, and so I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet, and one of the stickers I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I have a concrete idea already for one sticker, and it's because Mr. Husband and I talked about it after I did the Spicy Pepper Challenge stream, and how much we both love spice, and we were talking about how, like, all of these things that say, like, so in blank blank is the spice of life, and so I'm gonna make a sticker, and it's, like, peppers with, like, calligraphy or something on it, and it says, spice is the spice of life. So, I'm looking forward to making that one. Yeah. And if the design turns out well, I may end up making a patch out of it later, because I've joined this group that does, like, batch orders for things, and they do iron-on patches. And I thought that would maybe make a cool patch. Get that as a tattoo. That's fine by me. I just asked that somebody, if they want to use art that I've made, is they buy like a product of it. And I can also make them a cover letter. I've done it with my Plague Doctor Prinny. I had somebody contact me because they had bought multiple stickers of it for my Etsy, and they were like, hey, I'd like to get it tattooed, I'd like to know what I would need to do, and I was like, hey, you've already bought the sticker multiple times, so I'm perfectly fine with it. I can make you like a little letter that says that I give you permission to use it. And just that if the tattoo artist shares it online, they just credit me as the original artist, so... But that's all I ever ask from people. I know some people do like tattoo tickets, but I don't know how I would do that. I guess I could do like on Ko-fi, but I don't want to do it for just any old art because there's some of them that, like, you know, if it's somebody's commission, I don't want somebody getting it tattooed. No, I know you guys do, and I appreciate you guys for that. Yeah, some bigger artists that don't do commissions don't really worry about that, because, you know, it's just mostly personal art anyways, so... But I gotta be more selective with that, and so it's like a case-by-case basis with people. But something like that, yeah, as long as you were either a Patreon supporter or a person that bought one of the extras on the shop or something, I'd be completely fine with that. Oh my goodness. So, our friends who we do a gift exchange with, we did our gift exchange for the year, but on top of that, they re-gifted us some hot sauce. Because our buddy works at a comic shop, and there are some people that think that, like, they know him a little well, better than, like, what he does. Like, what they do or whatever, and so they gifted him some, like, really nice hot sauce, the truffle hot sauce, and like both our friend and his wife are not very good with spicy foods, and so they were like, hey, do you guys want this? And like Mr. Husband wasn't really sure, and I was like, oh, I've heard really good things, I've heard that it's a very good, like, flavorful spicy, and they were like, yeah, it's a little too spicy for us, and so we haven't been using them, so if you would like them, because he's gifted me more, you guys can have them. And I was like, fuck yeah, give those to me. And, oh my god, are they so good. I'm so glad we finally got to, like, try some. Like, the spiciest of the three that we got still has such good flavor that I'm just like, oh, it's so good. Yeah, regifting for the win for us. Our friends are good about it. If they do it, they like tell us that it's, you know, a regift or whatever, and explain to us like, oh, this is why we don't want it. And I mean, you know. Yeah, and that's how they are. It's interesting because Zach really likes Asian cuisine in general. But I think it's more because he does more, like, traditional Chinese cooking that he likes than Korean, like Mr. Husband and I do. So maybe that's why? I don't know if there's Szechuan that is spicy in Chinese cooking, but I think that that's not, like, a common use in traditional cooking. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I don't eat a lot of traditional Chinese food, so I eat more Korean and Japanese more than anything. But our buddy Zach grew up with a friend who, his parents immigrated from China and would cook them food all the time, and Zach loved that. Oh no, yeah, like, Szechuan is a completely different burn, I know that. But, I think that's... I think Szechuan is also a region in China, if I'm correct, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's fucking nuts, where it numbs your mouth instead of anything. Yeah. We have a Szechuan place here in Atlanta that I've wanted to go try, but I have not yet. But one day we will. We have my nephew and his fiance have actually been to Szechuan because they went over to China for a visit before COVID, like right before COVID. And they had a good time. I'm also really impressed because I've known my nephew for almost as many years as Mr. Husband and I have been dating and, you know, been together and whatnot. But when I first met him, that kid would not eat anything other than, like, plain chicken and rice and maybe tacos or something. And, like, this was when he was in high school, okay? But, like, now, he's going to other countries and eating their food and, like, having a good time, and I'm just so proud of him, because, like, he's clearly, like, having a more diverse palate than what he used to have. Versus his younger brother, who's always had a very diverse palate. So. So here we go. These are two. So, check these out. Like, that's the brush tip, that's the chisel tip. This seems a little weird to me. Mom doesn't like rice and spaghetti at all, just the potatoes is good. Yeah, right? You can see from far away. Yeah. I mean, I can't blame your mom. Potatoes are really good. So that one's closer. That one's closer to the two. So I gotta feel that it's like saturation of the ink or something in the marker. But I love potatoes. I love potatoes. But yeah, I just need to remember this whenever I'm going to use these markers, because it's very clear that some of them are very different on one end. See, like, okay, so, like, the 0.5 and the 2 seem at least kind of close, whereas, like, every other warm gray, not so much. Okay, Muse, you rest well. Get some Z's in while you can. We'll see you if you come back before the end of the stream. Yeah, good palate is important. Humans need a variety of food to stay healthy. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's also like, you know, I don't know. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way, but like, having a variety of food that you enjoy makes it a lot easier to enjoy food with other people as well. And if you're more willing to try things, then, you know, that's all good. I'm one of those people that, like, I don't like a lot of things, but I'm willing to try something at least once. And if it's something like, let's say, I don't like broccoli. Okay, I don't especially like broccoli. But if somebody is like, oh, well, I make this really mean broccoli dish, you'll love it. I'm not going to sit there and tell them, no, I'm not going to try it. I'm going to try it. And, like, if I don't like it, I'll let them know. But if I do, then, hey, that's even better for me. because, like, broccoli doesn't make me sick feeling, I just don't especially like it. So, things like that. If you're willing to try something, even if it's something that you've tried before, but somebody thinks that they can make it better for you, I think it's great. You won't try it again. See, I'm a little different, and I know that it's not normal, like, people usually aren't like this, and the whole reason I'm like this is because my parents didn't make me eat food. My parents would make me try things, and if I didn't like it, like, they wouldn't make me eat it, but they would occasionally have me retry things to see if, like, my palate had changed or anything like that. And so I have seen and experienced where, like, I used to not like potatoes. I used to dislike potatoes so much. And then now I eat potatoes. Like, if I could have a potato every meal, I would. So I know your palate can change. And so I try it. Some ingredients. Oh, specific dishes. Again, if it's somebody's home cooking versus, like, a restaurant or something, I'd still probably try it, even if I had tried it at a restaurant and not liked it. So. But, I get it. And if I was going to, like, a restaurant and somebody was like, oh, you should get the blah blah blah, I'd be like, well, I don't like blah blah blah, so I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, I'm just blown away by how widely different the ends of the markers are. But yeah, I enjoy trying new foods, whatnot. There are things that I've tried multiple times and I still don't like, but I will still continue to try if somebody is insistent. Like, kimchi. I don't especially like kimchi, and it's probably because of the fermenting process that I don't. But I have had a few friends that make kimchi, and they still wanted me to try it, and so I did. And I still don't like it. But because my friends made it, I was gonna try it, because they may have done it some different way that I would like it. So, like that kind of thing. I have my buddy Funbite, who we've had on stream here with me before. He's the little shy guy that comes on occasionally. He is a very good cook, in my opinion. And a lot of the times, if he makes something, even if I don't especially like that thing, I'm gonna try it, because I know I like his cooking, so. Now there have been things, like again, the kimchi, that he's made it, I still don't like it. But Mr. Husband liked it. But Mr. Husband also likes kimchi, so that would be why. Yeah, color variation in this has been kind of nuts. Also, I'm waiting on Throne to pay out through Stripe to get that money for the scanner, but I went ahead and ordered the scanner on my end to see what the heck, why it couldn't be ordered before. Like, I ordered from the same listing I linked on Throne, so I don't know. Maybe whoever the seller is doesn't trust the third-party thing, and they just, like, declined selling it to them or something. I don't know. But, hopefully, maybe around the end of the month we'll do a stream day where we're just scanning and going through sketchbooks. Yeah, it was weird stuff. Also, like, the fact that I had to tweet at them to get someone to reply and get me some information if I don't want to handle the money. Because I didn't want to reset up my Stripe, honestly. But I did, and then they're like, oh, we can do blah blah, and it's like, yeah, well, I've already done this because you didn't have any options on your website to contact for help, and I would have just rather the person got refunded. But in the future, that's just what I'm gonna do. If they can't do the sale for whatever reason, I'm just gonna make sure the person, whoever bought it, gets refunded. Because I don't wanna deal with the cash. And if somebody really wants to get it for me, my P.O. box is open, so they can send it to me that way. But yeah. Alright, down to the last marker. It only took almost 40 minutes to do 120 swatches. The green-gray really isn't that green. Which is really weird, because we've had other green-grays from other marker sets that really are. But there's our marker colors. So now we need to figure out what we want to draw today. So let me get this. We'll put the marker swatches right there. Alright. So, let's see what we've done last in the sketchbook. Because we did some Pokemon and some sketches for people. I don't know if we've got the right colors to do Clodsire. We may this time now, though. I see the 83, but I don't really see a gray that would work. So I don't think we can do like a redo of Clodsire. Look at that small live. That's so cute. Much sketch, much color, mini color, yes. So do you have any suggestions, Ren? Is there something you'd like to see me draw? Since you are active right now. This is one of the things I'm looking forward to scanning, though, because I want to make this into a sticker, because this would make such a cute sticker. Also, this one, the Shuckle, I want to scan and make into a sticker. Here's a couple of these I think I could scan and make into stuff. Is there a Pokemon that you would like for me to draw? Anything from Hades game yet? The main character of it? Ooh, we could do that. Here, let's do Hades 2. Hades fan art always, yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Hades 2 main character. Images. Let's see if we can get a good reference image of her. I think it's funny that people ask where is Zagreus when it's like very clear that this is not supposed to be set in like the same time or something. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I'm happy to see Supergiant finally doing a sequel. And I think Hades is a good one to be doing the sequel of. Nope, nope, nope. That was the one I wanted to look at. Thank you. Let me zoom in, please. Nope, her stuff is still pretty darked out. Is it a sequel in plot? I thought it was a prequel in plot. I thought that's what people were saying. Okay. I mean, if anything, she looks like she's possibly Zagreus' daughter, so... Or maybe sister? That would be kind of interesting. Like, Persephone comes back and they have a daughter. That would be interesting. Okay. Woohoo! The thunders are rolling in again. Yep, we shall. I look forward to it. We still don't have a release date, right? We just have, like, it's coming out this year. Most likely going to swim around in early access. Yeah, I definitely would like to. I'll tell you that much. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, that'd be fun, honestly. I'd love to do that. I don't really have the right colors to be doing this character. But it works. Let's see here. I want to do like a yellow. It's all good. It's fun to try things like this, because then we can see what I can do. Also, like, I'll still do color pencils and stuff on top of this. I think they also have the little red leaf, right? Yeah, okay. So it's not like we can't still do this. It's just, yeah. I watched a video this morning that got me a little heated before stream. That, it's from a creator I used to respect. But I really don't now. And we've talked about his brother. It's AI. I'm pretty sure most of all the creators I follow don't, especially like NFTs. But we've talked about Jazza before on my streams. I used to still follow Shadiversity, because I thought for sure Shad wouldn't be down for this. But not only did he do a video with his brother on AI art, but he's now made a video claiming a lot of different things, that like AI isn't as bad as what people are making it out to be. But he's, in the first 10 minutes of his video, he contradicts himself, because he says this AI engine does not need artists' work to make it as good as it is, but it is still using some copyrighted art to make it. So it's like, so how do you know if it's good or not without it? Because it's still using it. And then he goes on to talk about fair use, or common, what is it? I forget what it's called now. But it's basically Creative Commons. So if you post on certain websites, you'll opt into a Creative Commons thing. And that means that if somebody uses your art, it's, you're okay with it. If you've opted into this, if you've posted on a site that says that people can do this, it's kind of how it is. But part of the Creative Commons is you do not make profit off of somebody else's work with it. It is a free use for non-profit. And my issue is, if somebody is claiming that the thing is using it on that, then they shouldn't be charging people to be using their programs. But they directly charge people to use their programs that they've trained using art like that. So yeah. And again, we've had this discussion on my stream before. I feel there is a way to ethically do AI-generated images, but this isn't how it's done. And a lot of the issues is there isn't laws yet for it, and it's just a lot of shit. And it would be one thing if also the sites were like, hey, you guys can't use the art that, you make from here to, have monetary gain from it. And they could even write something like, oh, you're not allowed to claim that you quote-unquote made it. But whatever, even that I don't care as much as people just being like, hey, I can enter this, claim it as my own, I can enter it into an art contest, and fucking win an art contest, because people don't know fucking better. I used to trust him as a content creator, and sitting there watching that, I realized it's like, this is it. This is where the few content creators I felt that I had trust in still have just fallen for me. And so I'm gonna stick to my artist content creators, honestly, and VTubers, because they seem to be the ones that don't fuck me over and don't think that I'm pathetic because I'm worried about this. And that's how both him and his brother seem to come off to me, is they think that artists that are worried about this are pathetic, and that it's the future and we just have to get used to it. And it's like, no, it's not. We don't have to get used to this. What we need is legal action, so it can be. And another part of his video, he was talking about how the people that have been seeking legal action against the AI people haven't really done anything, because they've just taken that person's art off because they don't want to have legal issues. But the thing is as soon as one of those cases go through, as soon as one of those cases goes to court and has a judge rule on it, we have a precedence. And so if that precedent weighs in favor of the artist, which based on copyright law, it should, that's when the floodgates will open. That's why they're just taking people and, like, removing them from the system and stuff, because they don't want to have to deal with that, and they don't want to have it on the books. Like, and I don't know if it's just because he doesn't think that that's the case, or he's just been fed some bullshit, but, like, that's what's happening. That's literally why these AI programs are just, anytime somebody threatens legal action, they scrub them from the thing. They scrub them from the database. Because as soon as it's set, we're going to have laws start being made, and people are going to have issues. People have been talking about that, but I think a lot of AI program people are going to be keeping an eye out for that, because they specifically don't want that. As much as I would love for them to do some shit like that. But yeah, that's... easy shit, you know? I honestly don't feel like my art's going to be affected by it. And, like, what I do isn't really going to be affected by it right now. But there are a lot of artists that it could affect their livelihoods. And having people who I used to think I could trust and support and shit like this, talking down to me and talking down to other artists, it's like, wow, really are just drinking the Kool-Aid now, aren't you? I found it really funny because I was looking at his comments for that video, and he's pinned a comment that's some artist person on YouTube who, and I usually don't look at followers, but this person has very few followers on YouTube, and then they've taken their Twitter down and their Instagram down. So I think maybe people didn't like what they had to say on the video for the comment. Either that or their Twitter and Instagram haven't been working for a while. Which is also a possibility. But yeah. Yeah, exactly, Ren. Big company art. No. Because those are the ones that have the real money, and they won't be able to just, like, take them out of the system and it be done with. Because if you do that with Disney IP and stuff, they wouldn't care if they get taken out, because they were initially used in the first place. Yeah. But we honestly need somebody that can, like, get in there and start making some laws and some rules with this. And once that happens, I feel like something can be made, you know? And, like, again, I really do feel that it could be made into something that could be useful, and, like, the idea of it is fun and useful to people, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exploit the individual. That one's just gray, so that's not gonna work. It sucks when an artist that you liked and you felt inspired you talks down to you like that, but then, like, somebody else who's not even an artist or, like, in the art field does it as well and just, like, doubles down on it. It just makes it hurt. Again, I don't know either of these guys personally, so I shouldn't take it personal, and I don't take it personally, but it's like, it's still fucking rude how we've both handled this. And I honestly worry a little bit because Shad works with one of the writers that I really like. And I'm really hoping, because Brandon Sanderson has shown time and time again that he supports his artists. Like, not only through merch and his book covers and everything like that, but he's talked about his artists. But it still worries me, because he is somebody associated with Shad, and yeah. Yeah. And I mean, again, like with NFTs, there's a part of me that says that there's something that could be done correctly with those, but they are also not being done correctly. Like, I don't want just art NFTs and stuff like that. I feel like some gaming things might have something NFT wise, but like, I don't know. I still just don't think it's thought out well enough. So then that's the big issue I have with them. And then also the scam part of it where they're like, artists, come get your things turned into NFTs. You can make so much money. And it's like a pyramid fucking scheme. Verify you actually own a project. Exactly. Stuff like that can be used, but that's not how they're being used. So if they were being used that way, people would probably like them better. But it looks like they've kind of... us gamers have bullied the NFT market out of gaming for the most part, according to that article yesterday. It was a Game Informer or something that put it out. I know Jesse covered it in his 5-minute gaming news this morning, so... Yep. Exactly. And we did see, like, a little bit of crypto doing good whenever the Ukraine thing first started happening, because they were able to get the people of Ukraine some money that way. And, like, the uncentralized, like, system is a good idea, but again, it's being misused. So, yep. It's just, the way the world works has changed a lot within the past couple years, and we're still just waiting for everything to catch up to it. And I think once it does finally get caught up to, things will get better, I like to think. I like to hope, at least. Yep. I remember people talking about Bitcoin, and like, I remember when Bitcoin was still so small that I had somebody try to commission me with Bitcoin, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. And I was like, no, sorry, I need to be paid in real money. I won't lie, I've thought about that moment a lot, because I think it was something like 5 Bitcoin would have been worth what I was charging for a commission. Back in the day. But I remember people using it to do WoW stuff, like, people would pay for items on WoW and whatnot like that. I remember that. That was one of the reasons I didn't take it, because I was like, I don't know what I would use this for, because one of the very few things I knew it was used for was, like, crypto, or, like, a game transaction specifically. No, exactly. I don't think many could have. And I don't, like, beat myself up about it, but I do think about it consistently. Because knowing my luck, if I had gotten it, I would have sold it, like, pretty soon after it started to go up, and so I wouldn't have made that much money off of it anyways, so. Alright, what do we think, Ren? Do we like her? With a coin stuck on it? Like, because he can't get to the hard drive? Like, he can't get it to work? God, that sucks. Oh, God. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, I think she turned out nicely. I don't have the right skin tone, I feel, for her, but I think her hair ended up being okay once we lined it, color-wise. The only other thing I can think of is there's like a little glow around her headdress. So let's do a little bit of that. There we go. But yeah, that sucks. To lose your password like that. So. Alrighty, so what else should we draw today? The bleed through isn't like that bad as much as I thought it would be. Pretty bad. Not really. I've been pretty boring lately and just kind of like zoning out and listening to audiobooks whenever I'm not working or watching anime. Really want to play some Pokemon. Maybe we'll play some Pokemon later today. We'll switch over. Dragon's Crown. We could do that, but I don't know who I would draw from Dragon's Crown. And again, it's another skin tone thing. Let's see here. Dragon's Crown. Like, who do I draw from it, though? You could draw the sorcerer. I know she's popular. This one. So I think I would have the right colors for her. Yeah, I think I could do this one. Here, let's do her. Let's do the sorcerer from Dragon's Crown. The large lady? No, that's the Amazon. This is the one that runs with her chest first. As we, Hello, camera. Thank you. What the fuck? What caused you to flip out, my guy? Okay. I think this sketchbook is lacking in the Bazonga territory anyways, so we'll draw some nice healthy booba today. It saw the sorceress and flipped out, yeah, probably. If I can find out how to spell sorcerer, right? Yeah, I would actually like to play more Dragon's Crown that isn't co-op with Mr. Husband. And I probably will at some point since we do have it. Because I do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind playing stuff like that with Mr. Husband, but anybody that came to the stream could see that, like, he likes to bicker with me when it comes to gaming. When it specifically comes to gaming like that. So I just prefer to not. And that's kinda... This is kinda how it is. I just prefer not to. Yeah. He's used to me not gaming as much as I do now. And like claiming that I don't do stuff. And it's like, dude, I literally just did it. Like, what the fuck? So yeah. But luckily if I stream it, I have a VOD that I can go back to and be like, see? And then he's like, you were right. I was wrong. I think with the VOD, he's more, like, honest about that, too. Yeah, people game differently. He wants me to game one way, but that's not how I game. This one isn't as pink as I thought it was going to be. I need something pinker. 18. Yep, I've noticed that, Ren, and that's why I appreciate you with the co-oping with me, because, I feel like we get, like, we do well together co-oping, honestly. I feel like you are a good, in general, co-op person, so I think that helps. Since we were on the topic of like NFTs and art earlier, have you guys heard about how Logan Paul is apparently trying to do a thing called Crypto Park or Crypto Zoo or something like that? It's apparently a like a cryptocurrency thing that's an NFT thing where you like hatch eggs. Yeah. It's fucking nuts that he like legitimately thinks that people that aren't just like his fans are gonna get into it. And then now that they've had like this one dude do like a big expose on it, he's like "Buh, buh, 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 buh." And it's like, what did you think? Like, people weren't gonna have an issue with this? You think people forgot that you were a dick? Yeah, I don't think so. A little bit of boxing has gone a little too far to his head, I think. But yeah, I think it's fucking ridiculous how many of these people think that, like, they can just keep doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, and I feel sad for those people, you know? Blind fan following has just kind of gotten him to where he is anyways now. And why he's been able to keep himself on a platform. After the Suicide Forest thing, I think that guy should have just taken a step back and been like, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. But he didn't, so... What? It's kind of like telling when they introduced someone who lost a bunch to his project. The sentiment was, I want Logan to see my son and tell him how disappointed I am, to make him understand that. Like, bro, he's not sorry. He's done this many times. Yeah, exactly. He's not sorry. And he never will be. Like, he's a self-serving piece of shit. I'm all for people trying to better themselves, but he's been given multiple chances now, and him and his brother are just pieces of shit. The other content creators who have fucked up and actually done shit and, like, gotten better and, like, tried to do better by their fans, like, those are the people that deserve support. They take the criticism and fucking learn from it. Instead of Logan Paul fucking his piece of shit. Yeah. But yeah. I don't care what what people like that think, honestly, because it's just he's the kind of person that would scam a grandma if he could, and like fuck him. He probably has, because they thought they were gonna get something that their grandkid liked. I just don't feel sorry for people like that. And like, he tries to make you feel sorry for him and all of his shit. And it's just like, nah, man. That ain't gonna be how it is. Oh no, I think this was eating up the paper. Oh shit. Thank you. Very nice booba lady, indeed. Okay, it hasn't eaten it up too bad. There we go. Now we just gotta wait for the paint to dry. But there we go. There's Boo Boo Woman. Booby Sorceress. What do you think I want to make? That go out a little further. There we go. Camera. Thank you. I'm right here. You see me. Camera. Oh my god. Like, what are you doing? What is fucking with you so badly? Ugh. Alright, so now we need to decide what we're gonna draw next. A reflection somehow? Maybe. I don't know where the reflection would be coming from, though. That's gonna be the part that needs to dry the longest, is the little lace area. Alright, so what are we thinking for the next page, though? Nice, only an hour left to work. Fuck yeah. Maybe we draw this guy. I think I got the right colors for him. And he's just like... He's shaped kind of like an onigiri. Yeah. That's right. Oh my goodness, it is Wednesday, isn't it? You're not gonna do it? Oh my god.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
There we go. It's the first Wednesday of the year. camera. Please. I don't know what is catching you that you hate so much. Please just work. Alright, we can probably do a couple more still. Oh, hey pet. Head pets, thank you. Head pets. There we go. I will say the paper warps a lot more with these markers than other markers that I've used. It's not a super bad thing. Like, it's not unusable because of this, but it's definitely not the best because of this. Yeah, I like this little chonker. He looks good. Alright. I kind of want to give him a little, like, grass circle right here. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, right? I like the little Kirby eyes too. And then, like, the fact that it's got fake eyes is so funny to me. It's like, why did it need those fake eyes? Like, tell me. Like, really, Pokemon Company. Why did it need those fake eyes? Yeah, I mean, that's what I would assume as well, and that's why it's like, why does it need that? What Pokemon's eating this Pokemon? Like, who's its natural predator? Here we go. Got a lot of Pokemon in this sketchbook now, don't we? Alright, let's see about a new one. What other new one would be fun to draw? Draw a Wiglet. It would be easy. Yeah, let's do a cute wiglet. Hello, Yuki. How you doing today, Yuki? Well, then get up and work out, lady. Come on. Too groggy. Now I get that. just giving you a hard time as well. Hey Calvin, good morning. Mwah. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, sleepy. I get that. I'm sleepy over here too. The thunderstorm that rolled through last night kept Mr. Husband and I up. It woke us up at 1, shaking the whole building, which it woke Mr. Husband up so much that he had to check and see if, like, something had happened. Like he had thought, like, a bomb or something had gone off. And I was like, no, it's just the thunder. You just haven't been here for the bad stuff before. When you hear this song and good art. Well, thank you. It sounds very piratey to me, but unless you're listening to a different song than me. Could be Italian pirates. Okay. We'll go with that then. There he is. Our boy Wiglet. We got about an hour left on the stream. So we can possibly do another couple Pokemon. Let's see here. So yeah, I think I've been digging these markers so far, but I don't know. Yes, good job, Yuki. I like these markers pretty good. I don't have all the colors I need with it, but I think with this and Uhu, we can do some good art. So, yeah, he's a good wiggly boy. He's a very good wiggly boy. He's very simple wiggly boy. Let's see here. Who of the new Pokemon should I draw? Could do a Fido. I don't really know. I'm trying to think. I don't know about the new ones. Let's see here. Fido will at least use yellow. I really don't see any that are like really colorful. We could do Fido though, because he's yellows. And he looks like a little bagel. I love bagels. That's why I named my Fido Bagel. So I was like, they look like bagels. Need to name mine Bagel. For those who weren't here, we did a couple game arts this morning. So we did the new lady from Hades 2, the sorcerer from Dragon's Crown, and we did this froggy Pokemon. And then we did Wiglet. So yeah, let's do Fido. I think that'll be a good one to round us out with Pokemon for today at least. His side looks a little too puffy, like you got a little too much fries on that side, but whatever. Wow! Let's see here, what was it, Chamayosaurus? Is that what I'm seeing? Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. He's well yeasted. There you go. Oh, it's Sasos? How do I pronounce your name? But hello, welcome, welcome. Sorry, my brain isn't functioning at full capacity today because I did not sleep well. But I am also bad with names, which people can attest to in chat. Okay, we want to do like a light yellow for the base, so 64. Okay, so chamile sauce SOS. Oh, Oparu is a magical pink isopod. Giant isopod. That's what he is. Alright. There's my Fido. Fido! What do you guys think? Oh, there are Mackenzie's icon, or emotes, those are cute. I haven't seen her peeking one before. I should probably give him like a little bit of a background, right? Alright, have a good grocery run. I think once we finish this one, we might actually switch over to Pokemon real quick. And do a little bit of Pokemon playing. But I think tomorrow is going to be a lot of art. And like no game stuff, so... There we go. Little Fido. It's all good, Thunder King. You don't gotta apologize. You don't have to be here every stream. It's all good. I just appreciate you showing up when you do. But I'll show you what we've done so far today, because I think this is going to be all the art we do. And we're going to play some Pokemon now. We got Pokemon, keep us awake, keep us alive. But I'll show you the art we made today, so you can see what we've made with the markers that you sent. Back into the pencil holder, and then I can do that. Why can this not go in? There we go. Thank you for the head pat, by the way. I'm just getting all my pins put up since we're done with art for now. And that way I can show everything real quick. There it is. Okay. So let me get prepared here. Clear everything off. Okay. So what we did today was we tested some Art Beak, which you guys can see the name there, markers that Thunder King so graciously sent me for my throne list. So we did some color swatches, so we knew what the colors would look like. We discovered that some of the markers, the chisel tip and the brush tip, look different, like color-wise. So we had to keep that in mind when we were doing the art. So the first art I did was the character from the new Hades game, the main character. And then I drew the sorceress from Dragon's Crown. And I cannot remember this Pokemon's name for the life of me, but he's one of the new ones. Big frog guy. We drew him today. We drew a Wiglet. We drew a Fido. And we did all of these with the Art Beak markers plus pencils and inking pens. But yeah, that's what we did today for art stuff. And that way I can go back and clip that. We're starting to get even closer to the end of the sketchbook now. Soon. Soon this will be done, and we can do a sketchbook flip through. It's probably one of my most colorful finished sketchbooks in a long time, too. Maybe I'll have my scanner by the time we're done with this one, so we can scan it as well. But yeah, super exciting. I'm gonna put us on the BRB screen, but I'm just gonna be moving everything over to gaming stuff, so it'll just take a minute. So let me do that. BRB.